So today we're going to take a look at a popular technique called pricing above the buy box. So this is often going to occur on faster moving items, but it does work for slower sellers as well. So coming down here real quick, if we take a look at the price history, you can see over the past year, it's kind of all over the board. It was selling for $7 by Amazon, went out of stock, and of course, you're going to get some good sales then. But I'm more concerned about taking a look at April through September of this year, where it's clear that Amazon maintained buy box the whole time. But you'll notice that there's some third-party FBA indicators around that $14.99 mark. So coming in here, taking a look at data offers is what we're going to do for all of these. What you need to make sure we do is go ahead and include all historical offers because we want to include anyone that ran out of stock, which is of course the people we want to reference because we can make the assumptions that they sold the product. And then don't be like me. Make sure you click Prime only. You could do FBA only. I guess would probably be a slightly safer route, but we don't want to include any FBM sellers as they can adjust their stock to sell elsewhere, and it's less likely to be realistic. So we'll click FBA only. So taking a look over the past, let's see here, 3 months, Amazon at the highest price point was $12.59. But taking a look here, we got someone that was selling at $14.99. We can see that their stock count went from 3 to 2, and it seems to be staying at 1. So maybe they made 2 sales over the last 3 months. That's not really what we're looking for. We're going to look for a much faster velocity. So we'll scroll down because we could find somebody that was out of stock. Of course, it's going to be automatically filtered by sold over the last 30 days. So that's why we have to scroll all the way down. Let's see here. So we're not seeing a whole lot of sales velocity. So we'll go ahead and open up to about 180. Now we want to go ahead and remember that we need to consider when Amazon would have just came back in stock. So taking a look at April 3rd. So if we're finding sales data before April 3rd, we'll go ahead and consider it irrelevant. So that's the same guy we were looking at earlier. So you can see when Amazon would have been out of stock, this guy was selling at about $18.90, which would have been a really good profit margin for him. Yeah, so we're not seeing much on this one. So for me, everyone has their own. Maybe you want to pick up a couple dollars and you can try to sell it, but I would personally skip this product. Furthermore, thinking about it, this is a product that people are probably not going to be in a rush for, so they're going to be less inclined to buy above a buy box. But I'm going to go ahead and show you an item that people may be more interested in. So this is a DeWalt impact wrench. So scrolling down, we'll take a look, and as you can see, over the past 3 months, Amazon's been in stock the whole time. Their buy boxes range anywhere from like 288 down to, what is this, 262, and now they're up to 311. So coming in and taking a look at the last 90 days, of course we have our include historical offers and Prime. So we're going to be taking a look. So this one's going to be a little bit messier, but it's still going to provide really good data. So this person was selling around 325, and you can see they were selling a couple items. And we're assuming that because their stock count decreased. This isn't always perfect. And something else to remember is if you ever see a massive drop off like this, see how it went from 22 to 1, this is likely going to be an FC transfer, something going on in the warehouse. So I'm going to keep scrolling down here and see if we can find a better selection. Of course, now that this guy's right at the buy box, you can see his sales velocity is much faster. Being at the buy box is always going to be faster sales velocity, but pricing above it may create new opportunities for ASINs. Let's see here. So to this point, like nothing's really sticking out as an obvious one. What I'm going to do is go ahead and open it up to a full year. And I'm going to make sure that Amazon was in stock or that we never lost buy box. Okay, so Amazon stayed in stock the whole time on this. They were at $279 there for a while. And then you'll start seeing some price spikes, but they maintained stock. So data offers $349. Yeah, you can see the sales velocity for Plex Supply here really took off. But here's the person that I kind of want to take more of a look at. So you'll see they probably shipped in just before this. So the stock was up to 28. Their FC transfer would have occurred. So you're seeing kind of like a trickle up effect. If you notice how this is more fluid, that's going to be more aligned with accurate information associated with stock quantities. Again, when we see like this FC transfer from 23 to 11, that's less likely. But you can see like these here from 23 to 19 or 18, pretty fluid. Those would normally mean that there's a sale, and the guy would have been selling it at $349. Since we found the person that we're going to probably take a better look at, S&D Exchange, we'll go to 90 days. And again, we're starting to see a more fluid movement down here, which kind of makes sense, especially with the BuyBox being up to 311. So under this would be a fair assumption for me that you'd probably get maybe 4 to 5 sales per month at this price of 350. So taking a look at the profit difference. So right now they're saying BuyBox is 291 on here. On SellerAmp, that's where it first assumed. BuyBox right now for me looks like it's at 310. So I'm going to go ahead and put in 310. So general profit on this is 257 because my cost is 0. So max cost to meet my criteria is 198. So I want you to remember 198. But now say we're only worried about getting 4 or 5 sales because we're just trying to diversify. Now we're up to 225. So in theory, I'm either making $27 more profit, or I'm able to spend this much more, and now I have a testable ASIN that I'd feel confident buying 5 of, and at least testing around the $349.99. Another keynote that would be important is say my buy cost was 225.12, say it just happened to be perfect. I want to make sure that my break even is below the buy box just to be safe, to make sure I'm getting my money back out. So again, when we come back down here, 279 is just above it, so I'm at least getting my money out. It looks like it's been 293 here for a while, and it's a very fast mover. So if I had to liquidate, it would not take long to sell it. So I would consider this a testable ASIN and worth trying. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments.